Welcome students. My name is Dr. Praneeth, and today we will see the continuation of the last class. It is about regarding the phenols, aromatic amines and acids. So today we will talk about how the phenol reactivity affects with installing the electron withdrawing group and electron releasing group. Right, electron withdrawing group will takes electron. As a benzene, phenol has a benzene ring, right? And if there is a group which is electron withdrawing group, it takes away some electron from the benzene ring. And electron donating group or electron releasing group gives some electron, because this group has excess electron, can donate, can give, so it will give the electrons to the benzene ring of the phenol. So let's see the effect of substitution on the acidity of the phenols. So we have seen the acidity of the phenol, right? Because phenol is acidic, mildly acidic, because it can donate, it can release the proton H plus, whichever is release, whichever chemical release proton is considered as an acid. So phenol has the ability to release electrons. Today we will see how the substitution affects the acidity of the phenols. So let's see, the phenol is having an electron releasing group. In the left hand side, you see that it's contain the electron releasing group. Electron releasing group can release the electrons, right? And on the right hand side, shown in the blue color, that group is called the electron withdrawing group. As I told before, electron withdrawing group can takes electron, withdraw means takes from the ring, because the ring, we already know that the ring contains electrons, right? Circulation of electrons. That pi bond is actually electrons, right? One pi bond contains 2 electrons, or there are 6 electrons inside that aromatic ring. So electron withdrawing group, electron releasing group can affect this property. So let's see what happens if the acidity of the phenol will be increased or decreased in the presence of the electron withdrawing group attached on the ring, or electron releasing group or electron withdrawing group attached in the ring. So can you guess that what happens if you attach an electron donating group or electron releasing group? The pKa value, for example, on the left hand side, you can see that phenol is having an electron donating releasing group. The pKa value is greater than 10. Okay, the pKa value of this phenol is greater than 10, and on the left hand side, right hand side, there is that the phenol having an electron withdrawing group, right? The pKa value is less than 10. So based on the pKa value, we can tell that whether among these two, between these two, which one is the greater acidity, or which is the least acidity compared to this two. So in this one, we can see that the one with an electron releasing group is less acidic. The acidity is less compared to the one having the electron withdrawing group. So this meaning that electron withdrawing group, if any electron withdrawing group attached on the phenyl ring, right, that aromatic ring, it will increase the acidity of the phenol. That means it can release the proton easily. That means that whichever is released proton easily considered as more acidic, right? On the other hand, if you have the electron releasing group, the acidity will be decreased. So you know some examples of the electron donating group, right? We already seen that electron releasing group or electron donating group, some examples. So few examples I will tell now. The electron releasing group, some examples are methyl group, right? Methyl group donates electrons. Amino group is a very strong electron releasing or electron donating group. Amino, methoxy, OCH3, the methoxy is OCH3 group, can release electron effectively. We also know that some of the examples of the electron withdrawing group. So I will tell 2 or 3 now. Electron donating group, withdrawing group examples are importantly the nitro group, right? NO2 group is strongly electron withdrawing group. It needs electrons. It will take electrons from the uh, from this phenol ring. Another important example is carboxylic acid group. COOH group can also act as an electron withdrawing group. So why the question now is why this acidity is decreased in the case of a phenyl ring having an electron releasing group? Because after the release of the proton, right, we need to release the proton to make it to consider this to be an acid, or right, consider to be an acid, should release the proton. So after the release of the proton, you get the phenoxide ion. This is shown here in this slide. That is, the phenoxide ion is more stabilized in the case of the group which is electron withdrawing group, because phenoxide ion O, it already having a minus charge. You can see in that photo that O is having a minus charge, already having a negative charge. If you have installed a electron releasing group, this is a negative charge, already oxygen is having a negative charge, and if you install again the electron donating, if you release this electron donating group, this will release electron, so it will destabilize this phenoxide ion. So this is the phenoxide ion, like phenol having a O minus is called phenoxide ion. It will be destabilized in the case of the group having electron donating capability, right. So its opposite trend will be followed if you are having an electron withdrawing group, because electron withdrawing group takes electron, oxygen having already phenoxide ion having more electrons, so it will stabilize, because this electron withdrawing group takes some electrons. So this is the meaning, this is the reason behind the acidity changing. Whether it's if you want a more acidic compound of phenol, you have to add, just install an electron withdrawing group. If you want a phenol having less acidic, you install a electron donating group. Like this we can change, and this is having a very important application in having medicine, preparation of medicine, chemical compounds, important chemicals, and in all the industry. This technique, installing an electron donating group or installing an electron withdrawing group, is used to modulate, right, to modulate or control the reactivity of the phenol. So in this example I have shown some of the electron releasing group, right. There are 4 examples here. The first one is having hydrogen. What is that? Name is phenol, right, because phenol is having no substitution, only is having hydrogen in all the area except that OH group. So the pKa is 10, pKa value is 10. Okay, so pKa is also like kind of pH value. If you pKa value decrease, it will be more acidic. It will be increase. If it is increased, it will be less acidic, right? So in this case, the pKa value of the phenol is pKa 10. pKa value is 10. But if you see that next example, that CH3 group is installed. CH3, I already told, that is the electron donating group, methyl group. The pKa is slightly increased, right? So it's the opposite trend. You should remember, pKa increase, acidity will be decreased. Another example is the strong electron donating group installed in the phenyl group, that is the methoxy group. Here the methoxy group installed, you can see that the pKa value is slightly increased again, it's 10.2 now. Finally, in the case of amino group, NH2 group, so very strong electron donating, right, electron donating or electron releasing group, the pKa is increased to 10.5. So pKa increase, acidity will be decreased. So acidity increase in this way. So you can see that the arrow shows then the opposite way trend, right. So pKa is less, acidity will be increased. Same thing we can also see in the case of electron withdrawing group example. Here I am giving 2 examples. One is the nitrophenol having the NO2 group attached, right. NO2 group is attached on the phenyl ring, and at the same position, the second example I have given is the chlorophenol having the chloro group is attached on the phenol. You can see that pKa value is, what is happening? In the case of nitro is less, 8.4, and in the case of chlorophenol it is 9.1. That means the pKa is decreased in towards coming from the chloro to the nitro group installed. So the acidity is increased more for the nitro group compared to the chloro group. So you just one thing you have to remember is, if you install a very strong electron donating group on the phenol, the pK will be decreased, acidity will be increased. Right? In this case, nitro and chloro. Nitro is a very strong electron withdrawing group compared to chloro. So the pK value is reduced, decreased, and the acidity will be increased. It is same like the pH. The pH of water is 7. If you decrease the pH value, it will be acidic, right? For example, pKa 7, water is having a pH 7, that is neutral. pK 6, 5, 4 are considered as acidic, and pKa is above 7 is considered as basic. Same trend is followed in the case of the acidity, but you have to, instead of pKa, we are using the pKa. pH, we are using the pKa. That is the acid dissociation constant. So with this, we will move on to see the chemical reactivity of the phenol. How the phenol reacts with some chemical compound to give the new compounds which are very important for the industry, or in the pharmaceutical industry, or in the chemical industry. So you can see that the phenol reacts with chlorine. So this reaction is called chlorination reaction of phenol. No catalyst is needed. The reaction can happen between, if you supply chlorine gas to the phenol, reaction will occur. It will give the para-chlorophenol and orthochlorophenol. So there are two products here. In the case of benzene plus chlorine give only one product, chlorobenzene. But in the case of phenol, we get two products, that is para-chloro and ortho-chloro, because phenol is having a OH group also, right? This can direct, because we already seen that if you have an electron donating group, or if you are having any substitution, there are three positions are possible: ortho position, meta position, and para position. So in this case, chlorination of phenol, two products are formed: para-chlorophenol, orthochlorophenol. Right? There is no metachlorophenol formation, so only two products are formed. In the case of bromination of phenol, the second example, so you have to change, instead of the chlorine, you put the bromine. Right? Same reaction, no catalyst needed, it will occur on its own. So what happens? Phenol plus bromine will give the para-bromophenol and ortho-bromophenol, two products again. Not in the case of benzene. This is the major difference between bromination of benzene and bromination of phenol. You have to remember this important difference. Here it is two products, there it is only one product in the case of benzene. Para-bromophenol, ortho-bromophenol. Similarly, in the case of nitration, again two products will get: ortho-nitrophenol and para-nitrophenol. But here you can see that there is one more difference in the case of nitration compared to nitration of phenol compared to the nitration of benzene. In the case of nitration of benzene, we need to supply a very strong acid as a catalyst. Right? We supplied, you remember, or check the first unit, benzene plus HNO3. We also supply sulfuric acid also for, in the case of benzene, to get the nitrobenzene. But here, in the case of phenol, we can supply a very mild acid as a catalyst. This is acetic acid, CH3COOH, in addition to the nitric acid. Nitric acid we needed, because nitric acid is the one is giving the NO2 plus, right, which is attached to the phenol later. But we also need the catalyst. In the case of nitration of phenol, we need this. We can use the mild acid, because phenol is already having an OH group, right, compared to benzene, and the OH is electron, it will give some electron because it is an electron donating group. So less mild acid is enough to protonation for catalyst purpose. That's why we are using the mild acid here. So that is another difference in the case of phenol, nitration of phenol compared to the nitration of benzene. Instead of only one product in benzene, two products in phenol. Strong acid we used as a catalyst in benzene, and only mild acid we are using in the case of phenol. Sulfonation reaction same. what product will get? Para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid and ortho hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid, right? We use phenol plus sulfuric acid, just heating is enough. This reaction will occur. This is also same as benzene reaction. Benzene, again one product. What is the product name? Benzene sulfonic acid, right? Only one product. We get two product, para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid, ortho hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction of phenol. This is again the same trend we will follow because it's very similar to the benzene reaction. Just take the phenol, take the methyl chloride. So this is a alkylation reaction. Alkylation reaction. Okay, alkylation is, it will attach the alkyl group like methyl, ethyl, propyl, isopropyl, all this CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH, all these groups will can attach. So this is an example, phenol plus methyl chloride in the presence of AlCl3 as a catalyst, right? We use this Lewis acid AlCl3 as a catalyst to produce two products again, ortho and para methyl phenol. So if you change, instead of methyl chloride, if you change ethyl chloride, you will get ortho ethyl phenol, ortho para phenol, two products. If you change that CH3 to isopropyl group, isopropyl chloride, we will get ortho isopropyl phenol, para isopropyl phenol. So like that, we will change that CH3Cl to other groups, we will get a corresponding substituted phenol. Okay, so this example we have seen. The last one, the chemical reaction of phenol is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Acylation, we already know that its acyl group is CH3CO, right? CH3CO, CH2CO, CH2CH2, CH3, CH2CO, Cl. All these groups are called acyl group, having an alkyl plus CO attached. Okay, RCO, CH3CO, CH3, CH2CO, these are called acyl group. So if you react this acyl chloride, okay, with phenol, we will get two products. The name of the products are ortho acyl phenol. Okay, in this case it is called acetyl phenol because it's a CH3 group. General name is acyl phenol. And para acetyl phenol or para acyl phenol will get. So there are two products we can get in this case also. So this is a very useful reaction to attach a carbon-carbon bond, right? We see a carbon-carbon bond formation reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation reaction, because in the phenol there is a carbon, right? And this a new carbon is forming, carbon-carbon bond is forming in this reaction. So that is why it is called as a new CC bond forming reaction. So far we have seen that how the substitution, that is electron donating or electron withdrawing substitution, affects the acidity of the phenol, right? So the electron withdrawing group, if you attach, acidity will be increased, the pK value will be decreased. So this you have to understand, remember, pK value decrease, acidity will be increased. Electron donating group, opposite trend, pK will be increased, acidity will be decreased if you attach an electron donating group. So this we have seen, and why the reason is because the phenolate ion is stable in the case of phenol having an electron withdrawing group. On the other hand, in the case of electron donating group, the phenolate ion is not stable. Then we have seen some chemical reaction of phenol with chlorine, bromine, this nitration, this carbon-carbon bond formation reaction, Friedel-Crafts acylation, and alkylation. All these reactions are very important for making new chemicals or drug molecules, medicines, right? Synthesis. These reactions are very important for making all these drugs. And tomorrow, next class, we will see how this reaction is useful to make aspirin. Aspirin is a very basic, very common medicine everyone can use for, for example, like for pain relief and the general fever reduction, everything. We'll see how we can prepare the aspirin using phenol. So with this, this is all for today's session, and we will see on the next class. Thank you.